Hello and welcome to another new video. So as you can probably tell by the title of the video, I may have bought another project car. This one has come from Copart and it is a 2015 530D Sport in carbon black. It's got 122,000 miles on the clock, it's 8-speed automatic, and it's got this really irritating airbag blown right in my face. And the thing I really wanted to do for a while is just cut it off. So that's what I'm going to do first. I've never cut an airbag before. I've blown some up before, but I've never cut them. Oh, this one's got quite a few layers. That's way better. But now I can hear the wind noise through here because I can stick my finger in there because the door is slightly not aligned, but minor issues. A bit of natural ventilation there. Anyway, where was I? So yes, it's a 2015 530D Sport LCI 2015, 122,000 miles on the clock. There's 4 previous owners, which by UK standards is not a lot, not little. Although I guess for a car that is less than 6 years old, it is quite a lot, and the mileage is quite high. I've done MOT check on the vehicle, and in the last couple of years, it's done 50,000 miles, just in the last 2 MOTs. And it was MOT'd in October and then written off in December, and it's done 8,000 miles in that time span. So it seems the car has been on motorway for quite a long time of its life, or quite a big period of time of its life is spent on motorways. Anyway, doesn't make sense what I'm saying sometimes. So let me just show you around, what's inside of the car, and then I'm gonna have to show you around outside. So here we have just an F10. And those who know will know that this is not the correct steering wheel, and that is because the old LCI one got stolen at Copart. And it's a story I don't really want to talk about because it really annoyed me. Anyway, moving on. So it's a nice creamy leather interior in pretty decent shape all round. I think this trim is optional. It's like that. I'm not entirely sure on the name of it. We've got just a business navigation, I think. I think this is the business, and then the widescreen is professional. I might have to do something with that later on. So there is quite a few errors. Service overdue, for quite a long time. Airbag system faulty, engine management light on, tire pressure low, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, there might be quite a few errors. And that noise is really annoying. And get that out of here. And I'm still learning how to use this, if I'm honest. There we go. So this car comes with a bit of a nice option, Harman Kardon audio system. It is pretty decent, to be honest. I've listened to it already and I really like it. Obviously the black roof lining, and I had to take out the rear seat just in order to open the boot and be able to restore the power to the car. So as you may know or may not know, a lot of the modern BMWs, or well, for quite a while actually, I think even the E39s do this. When the airbags blow up or go off, there's a power fuse on the positive terminal that is connected to the battery, and when the airbags blow up, that fuse just blows, and basically what you can do in an emergency situation is kind of take it apart a little bit and just put it back together, and then at least that will enable you to start the car and, you know, move it if it's drivable. So yeah, that's what I had to do, and this is how you get into the boot of F10 if you don't have a battery, because I've found few stories of people saying took the battery to charge, lock the boot, how do I get in the car? And that's how you get into the boot of the car if you disconnect your battery or your fuse blows and then the car is sitting for a while and then the battery dies. That information doesn't seem to be very readily available. It was actually one or two posts that I found that actually said this. If you take the seat out, you can actually get into the boot. On all the BMWs or on all the 5 Series, there's basically a metal firewall behind that seat and you can't get into the boot otherwise, but they have a lock in the boot, which is quite good. F10 doesn't have that, at least not in UK specs. Some other countries might do, but not UK. So take the seat out and then you can get into the boot. Just don't do what I've done and take the battery out and then load the boot with car seats and stuff like that and then close the boot, because it's not fun to take it out. Yeah, I've made that mistake. And to just quickly mention that I've had this car for 3 or 4 days now, and initially it wasn't dropped off at my house, it was dropped off elsewhere because of no steering wheel, because that was stolen, and I had to go over there and I didn't feel like filming over there really. I bought the car as a non-runner. That's something to keep in mind as well. It wasn't listed as runs and drives. I think that's the term that Copart use, and I was banking on the fuse or pyro fuse being blown, which, yes, that is one of the reasons why the car didn't run. Well, that was the main reason why the car didn't run. But what I didn't expect is what I found under the bonnet, and I'm going to try to show you what is under there, but it's quite windy outside, so if the noise or if there's a lot of noise in the video, I apologise. I can't control the wind. So what we have here is a hole in the cam cover. A lot of the broken plastics over here, and I'll have to get a new holder for that and make sure that nothing else is broken, which I think all the sensors and stuff like that is okay. This plug I will need to fix. I think I should be able to get that on its own. Not entirely sure. I think this is for DPF sensor of some sort. So actually I can see where that goes. Maybe something to do with turbo or oil sensor. It's nothing important. Then I found this AGR Venturi system being broken. I managed to find one of those after a lot of searching, but luckily that was just a 35 pounds part, so not too expensive. The cam cover is broken in multiple places. It's broken here, there's actual holes. That is broken off, although that's not part of the cam cover, but cam cover is broken there. That was popped off, so I've popped that back in. The AC line I think is bent, because what I found, and I'm not sure I'll be able to show you, although I might. There, so the engine mount is actually broken, and I have a feeling that this engine mount is also not exactly fitting very well. So I've ordered 2 new engine mounts. Well, slightly new. And let me get the braces that go from here to here and from here to over there. So these are the braces, as you can see. Very different shape. So this one got hit by engine and all the plastics that are there, which are all broken as well. And this is the more concerning one for me, because as you can see, that one is pretty straight and this one is bent like that, and there's a bit of a frame damage here as well. So once I take everything off, take the wing off and bumper and stuff like that, I will need to take the car to a frame shop and get them straighten this all out, because without that basically I won't be able to align any of the panels. So that was a bit of a unexpected issue, because the car was stated as non-structural, but obviously this is structural, and this is something to bear in mind if you're buying a car from Copart. It may not exactly be as described. The other damage is the door here. That's actually bent. I'm not sure whether that's steel or aluminum. That might actually be aluminum. There's a dent here, but the wing mirror is good. I've got another wing on the way. As you can see, that wheel is going that way, and this one's pointing straight forward. That is because there's damage to one of the suspension arms. I've already replaced a tie rod. That wasn't too bad and wasn't expensive. I think I paid like £26 for a Lamford one. So I've got pretty much all the parts now that I know I need, apart from the turbo pipe that goes from turbo on top and to the air filter box. So that is one pipe that I can't seem to find at the moment. So if anyone's got one for sale, I'd happily buy it for a reasonable price. Let me just show you the car overall. It's not a bad looking car, but it definitely needs a wash, so that's what I'm going to do next, and also clear out the interior a little bit. And once the car is clean, it will be nicer to look at it and actually work on it as well. So let's start cleaning. So that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Slightly got carried away cleaning the interior, cleaned up the seats a little bit. Well, just a few patches just to see how clean they are under all the dirt and grime, which they are a lot lighter than they actually look now. So once the car is all done, I'm definitely going to be getting some better products to clean the leather. The leather colour is really nice under that layer of dirt and grime and grease and whatnot. The car is fully hoovered out, and I've taken out all the leftovers of food. I think there was someone's lunch in the passenger footwell. There's like a little container with something really mouldy. Anyway, that's in the bin, all cleared out. So the interior is pretty much back together. There's not going to be much to do in the interior, I don't think. There's going to be the airbag, well, 2 airbags, and that's pretty much it. And I still need to source either a full steering wheel with airbag or just airbag on its own. And yeah, I've ordered a lot of the parts now anyway for the rebuild of the car itself, and that's going to be in the next episode when I get all the parts and start working on it. Hopefully that's not going to be too long. So yeah, just a brief introduction to the car, get it cleaned out, so I'm happy with that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.